So naming a new brand or product is actually not easy at all. It's one of the most difficult things that we do. If you think about people who are naming their kids, think about how many months it takes for them to kind of rack their brain around, what do I name this child? This name is going to stick with them forever. And so what we get with brand and product naming is something very similar, where people really, really want it to be that perfect name. But the challenge is that a name really is just one snippet of the entire brand experience. One of the things that a lot of people don't know about Nike is that the brand name actually means, or it comes from the idea of the goddess of victory, and it actually makes sense with the greater Nike story. So if you think about Nike and it's all about empowerment and just doing it, then you see that that name really translates into the experience. And the goal is for a brand name to really tell a story. However, most of the time, names are super subjective. They knew what they wanted to hone in on, and then they created that brand over time. Because names are just very subjective in general, it's really hard to make sure that everyone in a group really likes the name. There will always be someone who says, oh no, that name reminds me of this place in Italy. So it's going to be really difficult to really nail down a name and have everyone really like it. So one of the things that we try to do at IP is to actually make the naming piece much less subjective. And we do this by actually creating strategic filters in the beginning. And the strategic filters, what that means is essentially creating a list of non-negotiables. This name has to be X or Y. This name has to be short or long. This name has to be 2 words. And what that does is once you actually go through the process, you're able to check that name or the names that you've created against those strategic filters in order to really understand, does this actually meet the criteria that we set forth? Is this objective? But that's why we really want to get rid of the subjectivity and really hone in on the objectivity.